Hi everybody, welcome back to class again. What we're going to be doing in this video is going over an example problem that you're going to be seeing throughout this year, or a style of problem that you'll be seeing a lot, especially with this section. This is a word or paragraph style problem. For right now, what we're looking at is an example problem on a controlled experiment. We're going over that in class right now. Controlled experiment, working with hypothesis, independent variable, dependent variable, constants, and controls. And you'll have to identify all these different pieces in this problem. What I would recommend doing at this time is pausing the video so that you can read through this problem in front of you. Okay, now that you've had time to read through the problem, I'm going to be going through the questions. The first question is, what was the problem Mr. Krabs was trying to solve in this experiment? And the problem was choice B, how to reduce the production of body gas after eating Krabby Patties. How do we know that? Well, if we look in the second sentence, it says, he created a new sauce that he thinks will reduce the production of body gas associated with eating Krabby Patties. So eating Krabby Patties, he believes, increases the production of bodily gas, and he wants to reduce it. So that would be here, how to reduce. That is our correct answer. That is what he was trying to solve in this experiment. Number 2, what could have been a possible hypothesis Mr. Krabs had when he designed this experiment? Again, if you need to go back and pause it, this would be a good place to pause it to read through the problem. But to go over the answer to this, what could have been a possible hypothesis Mr. Krabs had when he designed this experiment? The correct answer based on the choices A, B, and C would be B. If people eat the new sauce, then they will produce less gas. So he believes he created a new sauce that will reduce the production of gas. And if people eat the new sauce, then they will produce less gas. The other hypotheses, if people eat the special sauce, then they will have better breath. If he was testing that, yes, that would be a correct hypothesis, but he doesn't want to test breath. He is testing the reduction of bodily gas. And if people eat Krabby Patties, then they will produce more gas. Well, he doesn't want to see if Krabby Patties produce more gas. He already believes that. He wants to see if the special sauce will reduce the amount of gas. So number 3, who is the control group? Who is the control group? And you have the choice of group A or group B. The answer in this problem, which group were in the control group, would be group B. Group B is the control group because they get a sauce that looks just like the new sauce, but is really just a mixture of mayonnaise and food coloring. It is not the new sauce. We're comparing our results to them. That makes group A something called the experimental group. That's the group we are testing. They have the new sauce. So that's the group we are testing. The control group, remember the control is what all the results are compared to. We're comparing the results of the fake sauce with the mixture of mayonnaise and food coloring to the new sauce. So group B would be your control, and group A would again be your experimental group. Which of the following would have been a constant in this experiment? So what's something that would have stayed the same for both groups throughout the entire experiment? In the case of this problem, the correct answer with the choices given would be C. C is the correct one because both groups had 50 people in each group. But the production of bodily gas, like A says, Well, that's what we're trying to reduce and change. So because it changes, it can't be a constant. Now you also have choice B here, time before testing the sauce. Well, actually, when you read over it, 2 hours after eating the Krabby Patty. So it's for both group is 2 hours. So C and B, or B and C, would actually be your correct choices, because B is also a constant. They had 2 hours before 2 hours after eating the Krabby Patties before asking them. So B would also be a constant. So you have 2 here, and it does say choose multiple answers if there are any. Were there other constants in this? Yes. Could you have said the number of Krabby Patties somebody ate? Yes. Could you have said, how about the toppings? Yes. Could you have said the grill that they cooked it on? Yes. Could you have said the type of bread, the bun? Yes. You could have said the type of meat. Make sure it's the same type of meat. And you could keep going on and on with this. But there are other constants, but just what you're given would be B and C. Number 5 wants to know what the independent variable is. And remember, the independent variable is the variable you control or manipulate. So it's the variable you control or the variable you manipulate. In this case, letter A would be your independent variable because you're choosing, or Mr. Krabs is choosing, which group of people get the new sauce and which get the fake sauce. Bodily gas production is what we're testing, so we want to see the results of that. So that would not be the correct choice. And C is a constant, so that can't be a correct choice. So the correct answer here would be A. Number 6 would be the dependent variable. Well, by process of elimination, C is out because it's a constant. We already know A is the independent variable. So B would be your dependent variable, but B is dependent. The bodily gas is dependent on who gets the sauce or what type of sauce each person gets. And then finally we have, what should Mr. Krabs' conclusion be? Based on the information in the problem and based on your choices, what should be his conclusion? And in fact, his conclusion should be letter A, that the new sauce successfully reduced the amount of bodily gas produced. Because we have 30 customers from group A, they reported having fewer gas problems. That is over 50%, which is statistically, it would be good data. Now, what I would recommend Mr. Krabs recommend he would do is go back and test this again a couple times, maybe with different people, to see if he gets the same type of results each time. Now, something weird in this experiment would be right here with 8 people in group B. Remember, group B got the fake sauce. So what happened here? Well, what's actually going on right here where they got the fake sauce would be something called the placebo effect. The placebo effect is where somebody gets a fake drug or a fake thing that somebody's trying to experiment, and their brains trick their bodies into reacting the way people think they should react. And they react to a drug that isn't actually there, and that's called the placebo effect. And if that happens from time to time, but you should see a very small number of that. Again, that's 8 compared to 30. But that would be something called the placebo effect. Hopefully this video helps you understand this problem. You will get more of these in the future. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day.